Hey guys, welcome to Torrential Riff. Merry Christmas. So this is going to be a metal in the mail kind of thing. I'm going to show you some CDs and some T-shirts that I got in. So stay tuned. All right, so we're going to start off with something that you guys probably already have, and I've had and also did a review on, and that is Stryper's The Final Battle. So if you didn't check out my review, I think it's an episode or two before this one. Just go back and click on that, and you can check out what I think of this release. So we got Stryper. This next one was completely recorded from the ground up from a 1995 release on Intense Records, and that was Deliverance, Camelot, and Smithereens. And I think, are they still calling it that? Yeah, they're calling it the Smithereens Redux. So, completely recorded from the ground up. I have not had a chance to listen to this yet, but I am very excited too. Jimmy does amazing work, and you get to hear the true vision of what he wanted to release in the first place, as the record company and some legal issues, he couldn't do exactly what his vision was, so you get to hear that new here. And this is released on Retroactive, so you can head to Retroactive to pick this up. Looking forward to that one. Alright, next is a band, it's kind of hit or miss for me, and a lot of people will strongly disagree with that, because they really love this band. Sometimes when guitar players go fast all the time, it kind of turns me off a little bit. I like it more bluesy and soulful sometimes. But there are some songs that he does do this. And this is the band Impellitteri. This was, I just got this in not too long ago. This is kind of like a best of. This is released on Global Rock Records, which I think is from the UK. I know this was an import. So this is a 3-disc set, which is kind of like a best of. So you get the 3 discs here. Again, we're not really technically doing a review right now, but I wanted to let you guys know that this existed. And I think you can get almost the whole catalog if you like. So just type in Global Rock Records and you can find some amazing Rob Rock vocals and amazing guitar work by Chris Impellitteri. Alright, next is a band that appeared on Christian Metal Compilation, but never had an official release. So there was such a big sale going on. I'm like, let me take a chance on this. And that is Judea. What is this? Out of the Dark. The Lost Sessions. So, you get some demos, and you also get the release on California Metal. 2 there. You got Heart of Stone and Knock. Those were good songs, so I'm actually kind of optimistic on what this is going to sound like. You'll see a review in the future on that one. Next one is a band that I was never like the biggest fan of. Not that they were bad, but I remember having the cassette back in the day, and I was like, they're okay. But I got reissued with amazing artwork redone by Scott Waters, and released on Retroactive, and that was Exalt, Under the Ruins. So I'm going to go back and dig into this one again. I think this will be better than what I remember it being. So I was excited to... I mean, the artwork is amazing on that one. Okay, so we're going to do some double discs because it's by the same band. I got the Bride, Kinetic Faith demos, and the Snake in the Playground demos. I wanted to pick those up. There are some songs that I had... I think if not all of these are unreleased, as far as I know. Please correct me if I'm wrong, guys, in the comments. So I'm looking forward to listening to these. I found it interesting that they recorded Beast and Scarecrow. There were actually sessions from Snake in the Playground, but it actually made it on to the next release, which was Scarecrow Messiah. So that could be interesting. Okay, so here's a guitarist from one of the legendary bands. He broke off from the band, he went solo, and I had the second release on cassette, but I never did have the first one, so and this is more of a hard rock vein, and that is Mr. David Savaro. So I remember having In the Scarlet Storm. I remember hearing a few of these tracks from Ultimate Metal compilation, and they were really good. So I'm starting to enjoy more hard rock these days than just heavy metal and forward. So do we get any bonus tracks? No, nothing on here. But it's good to have these again released on Retroactive. This is in 2020. So I'm looking forward to really digging into these again. Next is a band that I loved the first 4 releases, and I just cannot get into them after this point. I even bought the newer records, and it just doesn't click for me. And hey, you love all the releases, awesome. But for me, this band is just their first 4 releases, and that is the band Disciple. So you had What Was I Thinking? Great. You had This Might Sting a Little, with the original artwork, not the reissue artwork. By God, and Back Again. I think these are really, I don't know if you call it groovecore, kind of. Really well done. Anything after this, guys, I just could not get into. Just me. Again, I don't know what. They went more mainstream, and something changed for me. I don't know what happened, but love these first 4 releases, and I did not have these new reissues on Girder, so I had to pick them up and hear the new remaster on those. All right, here's another band that friends of mine on certain talk shows, which will remain nameless, almost disavowed me from being friends. And I just, and it was my stupid prejudice at the time. If the band name didn't sound that great, I was like, I'm not listening to that. And again, we did that with girl singers back in the day. We just had the randomness things we dismissed bands for back in the day. So I'm going to give these guys a really good listen. I have not listened to it yet. And that is Daniel Band. I have never listened to these guys. So I got the first 3 records, as far as I know. That's what these are. Released on Retroactive. I'm sure they look really nice. The packaging is excellent. I'm sure it's done by Scott. So that's a band that I need to dig into and give a good listen. So I just have so much music to listen to. We've got here. So this band, actually, it's a solo artist, and he's pulling in some top-notch musicians around him. He's right now working on a new release, and hopefully it will get released within the next year, I hope. And this is a special, like, you guys might want to contact him, because this is going to be a collector's item, and that is Martin Simpson's Destroyer of Death. So this is just a single song. So I just reached out to him on Facebook, and I said, "Hey, do you have any CDs left of the song?" Because obviously I'm a physical media guy. It's on a real CD, silver CD. You just have the single jacket, the single card here. You get all the lyrics. Mr. Rob Rock on vocals. The voice of melodic metal. Rob Rock is just phenomenal. The song is amazing. And you get CJ Grimmark from Narnia playing guitars. I don't know who the drummer is. You guys fill me in if he's anybody I should know. So really cool collector's item. Give him a contact. He may have a few left. Who knows? But looking forward to this full-length release. It's sounding like it's going to come out really well. This is a release from an industrial metal artist. Hasn't put out many releases in recent years, so this was the newest release, and that is Clank. I'll do a review on this. Some positive and negatives on the packaging. Not saying I have not listened to the music. This is not saying anything about the music, but it is released on Sharon Collective. And if you've seen any of my older videos, you may know where that may be going. So Looking forward to the music. I really hope the music is top notch. This one is a soundtrack, which I kind of let slip by me, and it was harder and harder to find. I was glad I could find it. And a couple of the members of the band have since passed away, unfortunately, within a year and a half. And that is Bloodgood's Trenches of Rock Blu-ray documentary. This is the audio CD soundtrack. If you don't have the movie, you need to buy it. It's really well done, and one of the forefathers of Christian metal, Bloodgood, and Michael Bloodgood and Kevin Whistler have now since passed away. So I have not had a chance to listen to this, but I heard these are all either remixes or some of the songs have Oz Fox on them on some of the newer songs. So I mean, they filled it to the rim. There's 23 tracks here, so you get your money's worth for sure on this. So that'll be a coming review on that one. All right, next is another band that I had their second release. I did not have the first. They were a three-piece band. They just reissued since, I think the last issue was in 1990. So this is the first time they released a record in 32 years. Just came out in 2022, and that is the band Triton. Everybody kept saying, you need to get this. And I'm like, yeah, I'll get to it. I'm not going to give my full thoughts on this because I'm going to go review, but I was definitely surprised in a good way about this. So looking forward to a review on this. It has Jim Laverty from Barren Cross, and I don't know who that drummer is, but it's really good. You need to get it. So these next two, I got two left here. This next one is, if you want to classify it as a new band with some older legends playing, and that is Reign of Glory. All Will Bow. So this has Roger Dale Martin, I'm pretty sure on bass, and Robin Kyle Basari on vocals, and Nick Layden, who I didn't really know, but I did listen to. Check out Joel Walker's podcast, Imaginary Music. He does a whole interview with Nick Layden, so you really get a nice background on his history. So go check that out. And legendary drummer, undergraded drummer, Jim Chaffin. So you cannot go wrong. I mean, this is an all-star band right here. So really cool release this year from a technically new band. And the last band I finally got, this is some of, in a lot of circles, the album of the year, from one of the originators in Christian metal, and again, one of the forefathers in Christian metal, and that is the band Saint. And this is their release, Heaven Fell. So this, I listened to this briefly. I've heard a couple of singles, and they're just amazing. So I have not done a deep dive yet. You can get this on Retroactive. We've got 11 tracks here. How a band, since the early 80s, can release something in 2022 and just kick everyone's behind, it's just amazing, and a testament of the quality of this band and the tenacity and perseverance of still putting out amazing heavy metal music. So even in non-Christian circles, Saint is getting respect. It's pretty cool to see people that are not believers, or you see alternate YouTube shows, are really starting to give respect to Stryper and Saint. They're really noticing that the musicianship is really where it counts, and it's really cool to see in this modern age that our bands are finally getting the respect they deserve. So check out those. These are all my new CDs that came out. I got in. This is my Christmas. When I order Black Friday, this is my Christmas. So I wanted you guys to check it out. Stay tuned. I'm gonna have a quick break here, and then I'm gonna show you some T-shirts that I got. All right, hang on a sec.
Don't let us
Hey guys, welcome back. We'll see how this goes. I'm not sure how easy this is going to be to do with my phone. We'll see how this goes. Alright, my first shirt, I got Living Sacrifice. This is from their website. This is the new non-existent reissue t-shirt that's being sold now. So we got that on the front, and this has the songs on the back. Wish they had the logo back here somewhere, or maybe in the background, but at least you get something on the back. Cool font there. Next shirt, we have, of course, Vengeance Rising. One of the coolest covers ever. So I just had to get this. So a majority of these, like from, so Non-Existent was from the website. Almost all of these are from Anchor Merchandising. So go there and check out these awesome shirts. Obviously, the money goes back to the artist, and they get some money in their pocket to make some new content. So check that out. So this is one-sided. You get the awesome cover. Mortification. This was always my preferred cover because there was 2 alternate covers to this release. I thought this was always really colorful, 3D-ish. You can see the name really nice. Like on Scrolls of the Megaloth in the original release, it was all red, and it kind of blurs in, where this really sticks out. And again, with the color, you got the little demon hand, whatever this is here. Just a really cool, I thought that was a cool cover to be on a shirt. Again, from Anchor Merchandising. Alright, next we have Sacrament. Again, one of the coolest covers ever. Testimony of Apocalypse. Really nicely done. I always love this logo. I think this one you have 2 options. I got this one had the option you can get it the name on the back too. Doesn't have. I wish I had a little bit more on the back, but at least has the name. And we got Fear Not, amazing band with a great release. Fields of Sorrows. Of all the shirts they had, I love this one with the skull on it. It just feels more metal to me. Really cool. Absolutely loved. One of the coolest fonts of a band. I love that font. Alright, next we have Saint Heaven Fell. This shirt in particular is not on Anchor Merchandising. This one I had to go to the band website and buy it. It's a limited print, so I don't know how long that's going to last, but the price was a really excellent price. But you got that cool Saint, again, name right in bold, right up the front, right on the front, you know, that's the way it should be. And then you got the cover art here. Cool shirt. Cool. They always had a cool logo. Next we have Martin's Simpsons Destroyer of Death. Loved the cover of the single, and Martin made a t-shirt out of it. So I had to have it. It just looks so cool. Really colorful. Again, you got that 3D, you know, in the background. Really like that one. All right, so the next one is next and last is my show t-shirt. This is brand new merch that just came out. I worked on this. Came out real. I was really happy with the way it came out. Anchor Merchandising did an excellent job. And so I wanted to do a two-sided shirt. I wanted a logo on the front, and then the back, you have the logo on the back at the top, and then you got metal, so you know what people know what it is, and then visual vodcast and reviews. And you get a picture of my boombox here, which is a staple in my show. Thanks to Kent from Area 312. He goes, you gotta have the boombox. You gotta have Boomer on there. I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. So came out really nice. And then you got so if I'm at a concert or something, people are like, oh, it's a metal show. Okay, where do I go? Oh, go to YouTube, put in Torrential Riff. Boom, then they can sign up. So and a shout out to Scott Waters. He just did the touch up. So I designed everything, and then he just touched it up and made it look really nice and cohesive, and gave it a high res for the print that I sent. So shout out to Scott, as always. You do a lot for our community, and I want to thank you. And thanks to Anthony at Anchor Merchandising that's doing a great work for Christian artists and Christian content. So shout out to that. So I got a t-shirt I'm going to give away to you guys. So if you watched this whole thing, so in comments below, put in T-Riff shirt, and I'm going to do a raffle, and I'm going to send this out to one of my listeners and watchers. What I'm thinking I'm going to do, I'm going to, because I don't ask for Patreon or anything like that. I sell these shirts at almost at cost. I make very, very little margin on these. And then I do like to send my guest a shirt. So any very little money I make, it goes back into the show and back to the guests. If you buy a shirt, you're always gonna have, you're gonna be in any raffles that I have for CDs. You're automatically gonna be entered. And I do mastering and remastering and editing. So any songs that I re-edit, you will have access to for free. So if you buy a shirt, send me a picture with you wearing the shirt, and I'll put you on a list, and then you'll have access to any of raffles that I have, and or any songs that I edit that you might want. So it's actually a pretty extensive library at the point now. I just did a remaster of Stripers to Hell with the Devil, and I was able to bring the bass frequency up, not the overall bass, but the bass guitar, where you can actually hear it. So that'll be something you would have access to. So I'm going to leave a link in the description below where you can get the shirt. I am going to do promos here and there for the shirt on my episodes. I don't promote a lot, and this is, I think, anything that when you buy a shirt, it just goes back into the show. So I'm making no money on these, trust me. But I wanted you guys to have a cool shirt to wear. It's metal, and you get the cool logo on the front too. Again, quality of the shirts are stellar. Anchor Merchandising has awesome service, so go check them out. Alright guys, that's going to do it for the show. I appreciate you watching, and have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Later.